That's right. We are back, everybody, live from the Golden Ticket Sports Center here in beautiful Moose Jaw, Saskatchewan. And we got him. We've been talking about him for ages. My favorite Moose Jaw Motor Express player, Bobby Biceps Pokorney, joins us all the way from Margate, Florida. How you doing, Bobby?
I'm doing great. Thank you for having me on.
Welcome to the show, man. Listen, I sort of come across as a bit of a stalker, but you've made it so much fun for me. All you guys are. I'm having the best time here my first summer in the Western Canadian Baseball League, calling games for the Moose Jaw Motor Express. It's an off day for you guys. But what do you guys get up to on an off day here, by the way?
Early into the gym. You know, the gym opens early, and we'll get in here right away. Get some swings in. And some guys will get down to the field, but that's basically on how you're feeling since we play a lot of games here.
Yeah, no kidding. Well, I thought you might get some rest, but you're off yesterday. Do you guys ever rest?
Rest
right when you're dead. Yeah, exactly. Okay, so Bobby Pokorney from Margate, Florida, which is the neighboring community from where I'm from, Boca Raton, Florida. And sunrise is close, and we're going to get to that in a second. But you got to show, you see the thing at... Tell him Bobby flex for me if you don't mind. This is why they call him it, everybody. Yeah, right there. There you go. Bobby Biceps. He came on my radar when I was reading the preview for the season for the Millers, and they said, coming back this year for his second season is Bobby Pokorney. And so what is the road for you to get to the WCBL? And also for those that don't really know, what did you know about this league coming in?
So I knew little to nothing about the league because being from South Florida, this is quite a ways away. And so when I got here, I don't know what I was expecting. I didn't know how the baseball was going to be. I didn't really know much. But I got here and then I realized that this is real baseball.
It's legit, yeah.
Oh yeah, this is real baseball. And you can't just find yourself here. You have to be sought after. They have to want you to be on this team.
Right, and so then to be brought back as a vet, and you're a senior at Keystone College, right, meant a lot. So you had a good season last year, and it looks like you're off to a pretty good start this year, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so talk about the Miller season. You're around 500. Regina's won 6 in a row. That's really my hometown. I live in Boca now, but you got a lot of season left, right? What have you guys learned about yourselves so far?
We learned that it seems like we have every tool we could need, but we're not meshing as well together. So like some days, say the pitching will be on and the hitting's off, and then the hitting's on, the pitching's off, which is an easy fix, but that just takes time. It's a summer ball team. You guys got to mesh together. You guys all have to know how to play with each other.
Mm-hmm. And again, you don't have a lot of days off. You play almost every day. You've been around the game. You're a senior at Keystone College, as I said. What will it take to mesh? Is it something that can be, does it happen organically or naturally, or is it team building things that go on in here, or how do you do it?
It could be anything from a big inning that sparked against us and we didn't like it together as a whole, or even a 45-minute bus trip to Regina where a funny joke gets along and everybody's on board with it. It could happen at any moment. It's magical.
Yeah, exactly. See, the guy's got it, man. David in Winnipeg writes and he says, hide your ladies. The ladies love him. The men want to be like him. Bobby Biceps Pokorney. So before we get back to the baseball, tell me a little bit about yourself, because I said Margate's right next to Sunrise. I asked if you're a Panthers fan, because you know they're going to win the Stanley Cup tonight. You knew that, right?
Oh, I know, of course.
So tell me your Panthers story. It's a good one.
So being from South Florida, I never grew up watching hockey. I didn't really know much about hockey, but in high school, I got the opportunity to work parking for the BB&T Center, which is where the Florida Panthers play. So that was a really cool experience. I got to see the stadium, or the ice rink.
Yep.
And get to eat at the concession stand, watch some games. It was a lot of fun.
It's a dream, yeah.
A lot of fun. I loved it. Every second
So you parked cars, then you had to stay for the game, and then go back out afterwards?
Yep. Make sure everyone gets out in a file line.
Yeah, so it's a confusing lot.
Yep.
So tell the people, were people nice to deal with? I mean, that's the one thing about Floridians that I love. It's so zen. Everybody's in a good mood down there, right? Everybody gets along. But parking can be a different thing. What's the secret to being a successful parking attendant anywhere, let alone what's now American Bank Arena?
Well, thankfully, I don't work for BB&T anymore, so I think I could say it. Up there, $20 is some Handicap parking if you need it.
Right,
So
pay for right.
$20 for some handicap parking, and that gets them every time.
That makes them happy
Every time.
Yeah, because they like I've seen some angry people getting out of that parking lot, but back then they weren't very good. The Panthers, right?
Nope.
Now they're selling the place out. 19.5 a game. That's pretty amazing. So will you be watching Game 5 tonight?
Oh yes, for sure.
Yeah, good. And obviously cheering for them. So talk back to the baseball and the WCBL. What have you thought of Canada?
I enjoy it here a lot. It's quite a change of scenery for me. I enjoy like the flat when you're on the highway going to your next game and you just look out, and it's a great thing to clear your mind, especially being in baseball where it's a very mental sport. It's just a great thing to be able to get on the bus and look out and just have your mind run.
At sea forever. Well, that's the thing for us. We were raised with it. So it's totally the opposite for me. So now I'm down in Florida, and I like that, but it's too hot.
I could agree.
Ridiculous. Was that just a secondary benefit to come up to Canada? Because the climate's so awesome in the summer. It was like a day like today, it's been cold. You see, I got a jacket on, but you're digging that?
That's quite a change, and I love it.
Okay.
The hot sun every day.
Folks, listen, if you haven't lived it, you couldn't explain it. When the sun comes up now in like this time of year, it hurts.
Oh, yeah.
It literally hurts you. So that is not the case up here in Western Canada. Now, about the WCBL and road games, you talk about getting on the bus. What's your favorite road ballpark to go to?
Favorite road ballpark? I would have to go with Sylvan Lake.
Is that right? Because it's all brand new and everything. See, that's one I haven't been at. I hear it's beautiful.
Last year, when we went for the first game against them in our series, they had a Lamborghini up on the top next to the concession stand for Las Vegas night. And I thought it was surreal.
That's your kind of thing?
I thought it was surreal.
Yeah, no kidding. Sylvan. And then I won't ask you your worst because that's not our thing. But are there fans that get on you at all? Where's the worst hecklers?
Last year, Med Hat during the Eastern Championship for sure, just because of the stakes of the game. But other than that, I'm not one to really hear it. You know,
good for you.
Kind of staying in the lines of the game.
Well, and what about the legendary Ross Wells Park here in Moose Jaw? You've heard about it being legendary. I traveled around the province. I'm from here, and people say to me, "You're so lucky. That's the best ballpark with the most history there at Ross Wells." So, what do you know about your own park?
The history behind it, you can see it in the walls when you walk in the locker room. Everything there has a story behind it, and it feels really good knowing that I'm playing in a good spot.
Oh, yeah. Well, you fit this place like a glove. I feel like you'll come back in the years ahead. You'll come back
Yes,
sometime.
sir.
Yeah,
I'd love to.
Yeah, well, and the other thing, too, is what I've noticed calling the games. Midweek, the crowds are always pretty good. But on the weekends, they get into the devil's juice. They get loud, especially if it's a nice night.
Yep.
And I don't think there is a better atmosphere
Than Ross Wells?
in the league.
No way.
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah. So what's ahead for you guys? You had a good playoff run last year. I should say runs. You were only here for one prior to this. Lost out to Medicine Hat in round 2 last year. What's going to happen this year to win it all? Do you have a team that could?
Yeah, I believe we do have a team that could win it all. But I also believe that our team is going to keep one game at a time and just win them step by step. Because last year we had our goals set on the championship. Obviously, we didn't make it. So maybe this year we'll try a new approach.
Okay, good. Well, it is a heck of a lot of fun to watch all of you guys. It's very clear. You talk about gelling on the field. You guys all get along great. That's a fact, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah, good stuff. Well, Bobby, it's a pleasure watching you. And I guess I should mention this. You talk about what's it going to take for the team to come together. When you get back to Florida, you said you want to coach. And
Yes,
I was
sir.
so excited to hear that. Do you have anywhere specific you'd like to, or just coach in general?
South Florida for sure. The talent down there there's just so much of it. And I would love to just expand my knowledge on the game to the youth.
And just pass it along like you did, yeah. Who's your mentors in the game? Tell me if you don't mind, real quick.
At Keystone, Jamie Shevchek, one of the greatest coaches I've ever had coach me. Thank you. Coach Eric Marriott and all the guys here, of course. My parents, and then some coaches along the way. I've had some umpires too.
All right, good stuff. Well, and broadcasters now.
Yes, sir.
All right, Bobby. Thank you again. Just finish, well, not finish strong yet. 2/3 of a season to go, man. So keep it rolling. We'll do this again before it's all over.
Yes, sir. Sounds good.
Bobby Biceps joining us here. Bobby Pokorney at Moose Jaw Golden Ticket Sports Center.